Look at us. Couple of tan shirt, beard brand wearing shirt.
Yeah,
Beard
yours
brand
look
shirt.
more tan. I think it might be the lighting. I don't know.
You're like camouflage, man. You blend in too. I'm kind of camouflage too. I feel like I'm blending into the backdrop too. It is what it is, huh? It is what it is.
Yeah, I like this one, but I think I prefer yours because it's the way that I asked you to do it, which is the little symbol and all these in the back. Exactly.
So you're just wearing my shirt backwards.
Pretty much. Well, no, because I don't have anything in the back. I don't have the little logo. The little beard, the circle beard.
I'm excited for today. Fragrance one. Yeah. We were kind of talking about it last week. I think it's going to be I'm interested. I'm actually pretty interested for this. Good to see Nicholas in here as always. Came early, get the party started. Wonder who else is in. I know my dad has been tuning in to the live streams every once in a while. So
I apologize in advance for all the curse words.
Yeah. Dad, if you're in here, or Mom, if you're in here, happy Wednesday. Hope all is going well. I figured since it's a fragrance-related one, we should get started by applying some fragrances. And I am in a simple smoke mode.
Well, it's the only one I don't have, but this is the mood I've been in. This is what I've got on today. And I was filming with Darren. Let's do the American version. Darren. AKA or
Sly taught me this. Put it kind of in your inner elbows.
Yeah, that's feminine. That's why he taught you that.
Oh, is it really? Damn.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to smell like a woman.
He tricked you. Yeah, I was smelling, filming.
You're smelling Sly.
No, filming with Darren today, and yeah, we were talking about Norse Winter a lot, actually.
Is that his jam, or what's his jam?
Yeah, he's liking that. He likes them all, but he's liking Norse Winter, actually. He's like Norse Winter, but we're applying it to people as well. So
I'm just going around rolling on some fragrance on some people.
No, we just putting beard oil on them. Yeah, it was a good afternoon, good day.
Get some good footage.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, we got a couple of videos, so that was good.
Yeah, we'll continue on, man. We'll keep this going. We got 15 people in here, which maybe it is just my mom, dad, Nicholas, and then the 13 others. So just you and me. But the way I've always looked at this is always good to catch up with Carlos since he's on the other side of the pond. This is probably for our stream next week or in a couple of weeks. I did function health, and those results are coming in. So we were comparing biological age. Carlos and I are the same age. Look at us. All your drug use didn't set you back too bad. You were able to recover from it.
Yeah, there's a joke. Apparently, he pickles you. It's like I've been put in a jar and been pickled, according to some people. I don't think so. I mean, you just been through my Instagram. You must have seen a huge difference. Every time I have to go through my Instagram looking for something for us or work research or whatever reason, I'm like, Jesus, man, I have aged. I mean, I'm not saying I look bad and like I've aged badly. I don't think I have, but I have aged.
You don't look like a 34-year-old. That's what you're saying.
I do not look like a 34-year-old, even though my
Inside of you is 34.
my metabolic age is 34, which for me is amazing. I mean, considering I was over 100 kilos not so long ago.
Yeah, I mean, how does that app factor all that stuff? It's based on
Oh,
your
a lot,
work
because
plus
my
your-
metabolic age there was actually I was older than I was. So I was 40. Can't remember. I think I still have screen grabs of that somewhere because I remember taking screen grabs. I was 40, probably what I am age. I'm 46 now. I think I was 46 and I was back then 42. So yeah, 42, 43. So that's crazy. I managed to bring it down to 34.
Well, we'll talk about that maybe next week or the week after. I'll pull up on the stream my numbers so you guys can see where my testosterone is, where my cholesterol is. I'll undress it all. Where my bilirubin is. You know, everybody's curious about that. Bilirubin.
Whoa.
Bilirubin, right? Isn't that something in one of these tests? It's one of those things. Anyways, shall we get into it? Shall we talk about
Yeah.
fragrances?
Sounds like you're from Belarus.
What are you wearing today?
Northwind.
You are wearing. I didn't know. Like it's the second half of the day for you, so I didn't know if you wore something in the morning and then change it up. Do you ever do that?
Okay. No. No. If I don't shower, no. Like, yeah. So this is what I applied in the morning to my beard, and actually, well, it depends because Mahesh did apply different fragrances to me. He'll apply the Old Money sea salt spray on my head, and he put Old Money styling paste. Yeah, and I had North Winter, so I have two different fragrances today. But usually, I don't think I have applied. I have mixed two different fragrances.
Yeah,
I'll
mix all the time, man. I love to mix.
Yeah, I like to mix fragrances. I've done that for a long time, and I will show you. I have a big selection of other brands' fragrances that been in my life for a long time. And I usually mix some of them in like, because I don't know, I just like how the mix of them smell. And I've done that since
the sum of the parts is greater than the whole of something like that. No, the sum of the parts is less than the greater of the whole. You know that saying?
Me no speak English.
All I know is you do ponies, apparently.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
I heard fanny is also like pretty offensive in Britain. Like here it's just like fanny pack, your little butt, you know, fanny.
But why did you call it fanny pack?
Yeah, I think it rests on your butt or whatever, on your backside.
Oh, is that what it is? Because it doesn't rest on your backside. Usually people wear it on the front.
You're on the front or your side or your back. Yeah, the early days it was designed for your back. So that's when it got the name, the fanny pack. They all, in the 90s, when they came out, everyone was wearing it on their back.
Okay. Here in UK, fanny is the front part, not the butt.
For men
or
women?
For the women.
Okay.
So it kind of made sense when people wear it on a fanny pack. It's kind of there. So I thought that's where the name came from. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the English use that word for. It's in Portugal. We don't have any of that. We don't have those packs anyway.
Yeah.
No fatties.
No panties.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah, I dig this hat. I want to do another like limited edition drop of some cool apparel. Like I want to have like maybe a sweatshirt, a shirt, a hat, some kind of like seasonal kit. But I just haven't been working on that yet. So it'd be nice to do another drop.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea because I've been looking and looking everywhere right now. There are a few, but I don't know. People are either charge a lot of money and they look all right, or they charge peanuts but they look crap. So I'm not gonna. I'll tell you what it is, obviously, because I want us to do it, but I don't want to say it right now. But it's a long sleeve stuff. It's long sleeve, so it's not a t-shirt.
Not a long sleeve t-shirt.
It's not a long sleeve t-shirt either. No, I tell you, it's. I'll send you a message now so I don't forget, because I know what we are like. I always forget stuff, and you forget stuff.
Well, we got the stream. That's the only reason we do this stream, so we can remember things for the future. True. Mason Margilia bubble bath. What is that? Have you heard of that before?
No. Long. Can you hear my wife?
No.
Okay, cool. Because I can. They're on the phone with family. Yes, I'm very familiar with them.
With this brand?
Yes. Sorry, I wasn't watching the screen, obviously, and the way you said it, for you just reading someone's name on their YouTube handle or something. Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
I don't really do. What is bubble bath? Is that a fragrance or is that
bubble bath? I mean, I suppose you can have it in a fragrance, but bubble bath.
It must be this, right? This is a fragrance. It's not a bubble bath, right?
Yeah, so they call it bubble bath. It's I view this fragrance house, if you like, as do you know when you go to Italy and you go to the ice cream place, there's so many different flavors that you're like, Jesus Christ, this is what it feels like for me.
They've just got too many.
When I go to their website. And I don't mean this with any disrespect, by the way. You know, I don't mean it with any disrespect.
They got 65 different fragrances.
Yeah, it's like I get to the ice cream counter, I'm like, Jesus, I have never even heard of that one.
And then you just end up getting vanilla.
Oh, can I have a taste? Yeah, every time I go to their website, it's how I feel. It's exactly
I guess Replica is their EDT. So they got 31 different fragrances in an EDT. Are they nice though? Or, I mean, what kind of vibe do they normally have?
I don't know. I never ordered any.
Yeah. It seems like
I only go to their website for research purposes.
I can't imagine, like, bubble bath seems like a product name that I would not be interested in. Like, it could smell amazing, but I just feel like
I would not call a fragrance bubble bath, because bubble bath is bubble bath. What do you want to make bubble bath smell like? Bubble bath smells very different smells because there's lots of different bubble baths. So I don't know.
It could smell great. I've never smelled it. I've never seen a shop like this.
Yeah. Where did you think bubble bath first came from? Someone dropped the soap in a bath while they were running it or something, and he made bubbles.
I don't know the history of bubble bath.
We should though.
Yeah. I'm trying to find, where are their stores at? Do they have stores here? And in America?
I never seen one of their stores.
Okay, just online. There's a fanny shoe.
Oh. That's a
Right?
camel toe.
Is that what they call it in Britain?
Well, looks like a camel toe. Or horse hoof. Jesus.
Okay. So it makes sense. Like they call it replica. So they're trying to create that fragrance and emotions from um, various days. And I feel like that's kind of
That's
a
what
lot of
everyone
what we
does,
do
right?
too.
Yeah.
At Beardbrand.
I mean, old money.
Old Money's from the Biltmore, or my memories of the Biltmore, or Norse Winters from my time in Denmark. Like so
Yeah, there's
it makes
always
sense.
something. Pearl Snap, barbershop vibes,
Yeah.
It's yeah.
All right. Shall we get into your fragrances? I'm curious. Man.
Sure. I
Because you
mean,
had some fragrances in your youth that maybe you wore a lot of that you no longer find appealing.
do you want to start there?
Yeah, let's start. Let's start with the
Look,
most hated colognes you've owned.
First of all, I just want to say these. We now call EDPs, colognes, and everything. Like when I was a kid, there was no such stuff. Like those were not the terms that I heard. It was aftershave.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, I did not. There was no like until further on in my teens. But when I was slightly younger, 10, 11, when I used to see my uncle shave and stuff like that, and they would go.
Yeah, the alcohol. That was like Home Alone, like that was.
Yeah, so in my early teens, I wore those fragrances that I saw my uncles using, and those are definitely my first regrets looking back, because are the stuff that I was like, Jesus, do people still buy these? But I was trying to look, and looks like they still exist. Well, one of them definitely, it's very common and everyone knows, Old Spice, right?
Yeah, Jonathan, Old Spice guy.
Everyone is familiar with Old Spice. Dude, I spent a lot of money on Old Spice. I smelled like that through part of my early teens. But the other one was one of my uncles used to use. Are you familiar with Brut?
Yeah, Brut, the green bottle.
Okay. Yes. So that was the other one.
I can't recall what it smells like.
Me neither, to be honest. But it was.
This is clearly wrong.
Let's see, Brut. They still sell it. Aftershave, man.
Yeah.
Original. Parfum and Cartier. Did you pull it up? Oh, those are fancy. I never seen those before. Those bottles.
Okay.
That didn't even come up when I googled it earlier. The old classic one, the top left. The top left is the old classic one.
Yeah, I mean this is brutal original.
Original, yeah. So the on the picture, the one on your left of this, well, not then, the green ones.
They've got a fair amount.
And that's the thing. Now it looks like these guys expanded, and they even make not just aftershave.
A nude.
But back then there was just aftershave.
Yeah, aftershave original.
Yeah, so that was my first introduction to fragrances, was aftershaves. And then, yes, I start seeing my Uncle Rui having some proper perfume where he would spray. And I was curious about that.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody's wearing Brute nowadays. I haven't heard that name.
I mean, they still in business.
Yeah.
Someone must be. Someone must be. Anyway, and then there was this. Well, not then. Still in my early teens, before I got really into buying proper fragrances. Early teens and even early teens, moving on to later teens. Instead of buying aftershave, which hurt every time you applied it, we moved on to body sprays, aerosols. There's this thing called, I don't know if this has always been in America, Axe, AXE.
Yeah,
Here
I mean
in
that
UK,
was
here in UK they call it Lynx, I think, with LINX here in UK.
Lynx.
Yeah, that's what they call it in UK. But I remember as a kid, we used to have.
Spray the heck out of that.
I know, and we used to be gifted this crap every Christmas or birthdays by an auntie or an uncle. But then I just, start like collecting them. I had a little collection of all their different.
Did you have cherry spritz, peach infusion,
Africa,
Velvet, watermelon freeze,
whatever they were called, man. And you know what? When I moved to the UK, a lot of the roommates, and which was funny to see, a lot of the roommates, housemates I had, they used to do that. They used to display them. And I was like, Jesus, man, these guys display this crap stuff. I used to do that when I was slightly younger, like maybe 2-3 years prior. And I was like, no way. So that was quite funny. Yeah, I mean, this is just mass market crap.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the ingredients, it's usually water, sodium lauryl sulfate, and then all the fragrance. It's like about as if your bottle of body wash is less expensive than a bottle of water, then you got to think about that. You got to think about that. Like you can get these big like 16 fluid ounces for like $1, and I'm like, dude, like a bottle of water at 16 ounces cost me $1.50. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like what kind of ingredients are they using in there?
Yeah, it can be good. I'm reading Charlie's comment. Yeah, exactly.
Were any of these yours?
Davidoff, Cold Water, yes. The Carnoir. Acqua di Gio, yes. And I don't think I was ever into the Polo. Curve, I don't know what curve. I don't know what curve is.
That was the one I wore.
What's curve? Pull it up.
Curve.
Davidoff, Cold Water. That is bringing some memories. Jesus, the Carnoir. I forgot about all these. Not familiar with that, bro.
With Curve, my mom bought me this fragrance one like Christmas.
I think we talked about this in the stream.
We talked about it last stream, and then it was like this was just the fragrance. One girl recognized it. She was like, "Oh, are you wearing Curve?" And then I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm a Curve guy." Like,
I think
it used to be nice, and then they just dropped it down to like Walmart level.
I think the equivalent to Curve here in the UK, and I am not aware of it, is Jupe. I like Jupe. I did a job for them actually because they owned by Coty.
Which one? How do you spell it? Jou?
I think it's JUP. I'm not sure. Or that. I don't know. Jupe fragrance.
Jupe?
Check. Yeah, that.
Okay.
And they also do clothes now, because I did a modeling gig for one of their new fragrances and clothing line, which was weird.
They don't even have a website, do they? In my opinion, that's a terrible name.
Jupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to
think
be
so?
like a very popular fragrance young people here in UK a long time ago. The bottle used to look slightly different.
Was that the one from our from the thumbnail of today's?
No, today's thumbnail is Jimmy Choo.
Okay.
It's different.
So,
Jupe.
I mean, a lot of these fragrances are all using dyes, to get that color.
Yeah, I did a gig for them like years ago. We went to, where was it? What was the shoot? I think it was in Berlin, actually, the shoot. I can't remember. Yeah, it was in Berlin.
Yeah, I mean, like all these guys have an axe experience. I think maybe like the problem wasn't so much with the axe wasn't the product. Maybe it was, but it was how they encouraged guys to just spray it everywhere, all over, all the time. There's no like subtleness to it at all.
I mean, like, I was so proud. I can't, like, I think back and I'm like, Jesus, man. It's like you're so naive when you're a kid, and you just, when you don't understand, you don't understand. You just, I mean, it
You
was
got to learn.
there.
You just got to. That's how you learn, right?
Yeah, I know it was, but
Overdo it.
the
Girls do it with makeup,
propaganda
right?
was wow. And I was like, yeah, fucking axe. It's like showering in that stuff. It's crazy. Looking back, I'm like, dude, like, imagine going to somewhere to an event, just do the same nowadays
I
with
did.
an axe and just go. People would like repel from you. It would be amazing. Keep people away.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like where we're going with our, kind of like our strategy. Favorites desktop of
Anyway, man, while you're doing whatever you're doing, I'm gonna pick a lot of the fragrances that I've got here that I want to talk about. Show to the camera.
So like I'm trying to figure out a good way to visualize this. But this is kind of like dang it. That's the wrong button. So like this is what I imagine like the teenage Axe sprayer. This is like you're just covered in fragrance. It's like to the point where, like people around you just do not want to smell you. Like even
Yeah,
though it's technically like a good smell.
I think that's a good analogy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because it still happens. There are kids that still use, well, here in UK, Lynx a lot. And I mean, I played football, obviously not in the last couple of years, but before that I was playing football, and a lot of the people were younger than me. And after the showers, there was still some of the kids like proper going mad on the Lynx, and I was like, fuck, are you kidding me? Stop spraying that shit. You're killing everyone in here in this room. Like, they literally going for it. And that's exactly how I would imagine me as a teenager repelling everyone. But
And
living
then
in,
this is,
I think people back then, they didn't care because I don't know. I had times people saying I smelled nice, which I think now, how the fuck do you think I smelled nice?
yeah, well, I mean, I think there's like, it's still a pleasant fragrance, you know, like it's just,
It's just
but when it's kind of
oversprayed.
yeah. Like this is kind of how I think fragrance should be. Like for you and those close to you. Like you bring them in, it's kind of like in a small little bubble around you. When they come in, they experience it, not when they're all like these people are unaffected by your fragrance. And then those who matter are smelling you. And that's kind of like the strategy I think is the way to go for not just developing a fragrance, but also wearing a fragrance. Like if you're going to go out and seek fragrances. But we do get a lot of customers who are looking for this experience right here, which is not what we do.
I don't know if have you put this up,
What?
this comment from Charles.
What, this one in the 90s to earlys?
Yeah, but it's funny how I was speaking to you and Mike the other day about some of these notes the other day. We should make a fragrance about some of these notes. So that's just funny for me. But Envy, I'm actually not familiar with Envy, Charlie. The late 90s Envy. To be honest, I was never a fan of Gucci. Still not. Anyway, I'm just going to show you a bunch of fragrances that I like. We can pull them up.
Okay.
And this is in no particular order, and I have many, many more. And as of lately, actually, I just went upstairs and grabbed a few. Some of the ones that I was wearing lately, maybe I should start with those actually instead of that one. These are the ones that I was winter and mostly spring or all year around that I was using consistently. But obviously, I wear most of our colognes now when I do wear something. So the first one I'm going to show you, this is my first bottle of it, and I've had it for a very long time. I stopped my wife from stealing it from me because she was stealing it from me for a while. She likes to wear it.
Oh, interlude.
I love this fragrance. Yeah, from Homage. It's not cheap. It's very expensive, in my opinion.
What's it called again? Reflection.
Yes, Homage Reflection. So the brand is Homage. I love it. I love it. It's our type of fragrance. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a very actually all year round fragrance. I would put this like, for me, from our fragrances, Old Money is like that all round fragrance. And this is for me a all round fragrance. You can get away with it any time of the year. You just it's so good, man. So good. Nice. I love it, but it is expensive. I don't know how much is in America, but I'm probably thinking around the $500 for that bottle.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know. It's 300 something pounds here, so it's probably about $500. No?
I don't know. I'm pulling it up. 550.
Yeah, 550. Yeah. So the same brand, different fragrance interlude. This is a very popular fragrance nowadays. When I first got it, this is my second bottle. The first one lasted me years and years and years and years.
I get so confused because they have like interlude, they have interlude 53, they have
Yeah, now they have more,
interlude
but
Black Iris.
back then they only had this one,
Okay.
and we have
12.
quite a lot of fragrances that kind of resonate to these. We have lots of fragrances that are very similar to these, hence why this is. Oh my gosh, like Norse Winter. There's some Bold Fortune in there. There's like our fragrances. This is very similar to our fragrances. It's like it's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of them, but I go off of it. It's like one of them fragrances that I couldn't go a year maybe without wearing it, and then I'm like, oh shit, interlude. I'm gonna wear it again. You know, it's one of them because it's so powerful, so potent, and you don't need more than one spray, man. And I made the mistake of spraying more than one. And killing everyone at Beard Brown office.
you can take the European out of Europe, but you can't take the Europe out of the European.
Yeah, I love that fragrance. Again, this is an intriguing one. Tom Ford, fucking fabulous.
Fabulous.
I don't think they do it with a red stripe anymore. This is my second bottle because I broke the first one, and the first one actually had fucking with a stripe over the fucking, and you can still see the fucking word. Now you can't see the word, and I think now they do it all white. Yeah, exactly. Now they do it like that. So these again, and you can see the pattern. There's going to be a lot of leather in the fragrances that I like. Yeah. And this is again, even though I can smell the leather, stay away, and that is not even the note that I should smell first, but I can. Oh yeah, you pulled it up. So you got leather, vanilla, almond. It's just the leather is so nice with the sweetness comes afterwards. It's like, it's good. And I want to like actually compare it to this one. Again, another Tom Ford.
Which one's that?
It's Tobacco Hood.
Yeah, that's a popular one, right?
I don't know. I hate the fact that the top of it came off compared to that one. The metal thing.
Warm, spicy, woody, tobacco, whiskey, oud. Yeah, I mean, those are. I'm seeing a theme here, Carlos.
Yeah, exactly. That's and they're not very dissimilar from our fragrances. You know, it's like, yeah. I mean, if you like Tom Ford Ombre, this blows out of the water.
I love the I think it was Tom Ford. Was it the vanilla oud or was it just
vanilla oud? Is nice. I think I have upstairs too. I personally, yeah, I think the tobacco is nicer.
Yeah.
At least it's more, I don't know, it gives me more of a, yeah. It's like
maybe it's oud wood. I think it might have been oud wood, which I was thinking.
Wood. Okay, I also have that upstairs. I don't like it.
You don't like oud wood?
Even though, you know, I bought it. Did I buy it? No, I didn't buy it. I got it from the Tom Ford rep a while ago, thinking I would like it. I had never smelled it. When he arrived, I was disappointed. That was it. Yeah, glad I didn't waste money on that. Right, so this one, I think nowadays, I don't know if you can still buy it, but I couldn't find it. You can find a newer version nowadays.
What's that?
Can you read that? The brand is
Santal Royal.
Santal Royal, but the brand is Guerlain. It's a French brand. And this is 125 ml bottle. Yeah, so that's different. This is a man and women fragrance, but the leather on this is, oh my God, I love the leather on this. There's
They got a little rose in there.
There's a freshness to it. Feels like, you know, when you go to a leather shop and then they show you all the different leathers, and it's just a freshness to this leather. It's weird. Jenna wants to steal this one off me as well. She was here earlier smelling, and she was like, "Oh, we'll have that one." It's kind of a leather with some flowery notes to it.
Says it's got some road in there.
It's amazing, man. It is amazing. This is a brilliant fragrance, and I've had it for years as well. I bought it on my way to Austin years ago. I bought it with some air miles points. I will never forget that. Yeah, love it. What else we got here that I love? I'm gonna go through all the ones that I love, and then I'm gonna show you the ones that I think they just it doesn't matter. I think they just mass produced. Oh, Jesus, this is so good. This is probably not your fragrance.
What is that?
This is another Tom Ford one, but right, I just dropped the lid. Neroli Portfolio. Oh man, this is like so every time
citrus.
Yeah, but every time I smell this, it's very citrusy, but it's the citrus with, like, you know, a nice garden. You wake up in the morning, a spring day, you open the doors to your garden and you just hit with all the smells of all these different flowers, like I used to smell in my grandmother's garden. That's what this is like. It's, oh man, the citrus, all that fruit, and then boom, the flowers. It's like walking into my grandmother's garden. Seriously, all the oranges, the lemon tree, and everything is just blossomed. And this.
How does that compare to Creed Aventus?
Okay, let's go into that because I have it here.
Because I mean, is it a similar vibe to that?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no. So this is in my regret side. I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance. That's gone. Jesus Christ, man! I wish you were here to smell these two. It's like, yeah, this doesn't resemble a garden to me.
Okay. Yeah, fruity, sweet.
Yeah, there's some sweetness and freshness to it. But see, I don't smell leather. I don't smell wood in it. I just smell a lot. It's a lot of freshness.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of musk, a tiny bit of musk. Some fruit maybe, but really for me it's just a fresh, just a general fresh fragrance. The amount of money is charged for these, in my opinion,
go with the Maj. If you're going to spend that money, go with the Maj. That's what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, you may as well. I mean, homage, you can't get it wrong. This thing is a ripoff. This is all.
I mean, so many guys swear by it.
Man, I don't know why I have this here, but majority what's gone, it's been my wife, not me. I wore it probably twice. it's what's gone. This much is gone. So I wore it twice. Definitely not me. I would say this is a ripoff for me. I think we talked about this before. This is like YSL.
This was an interesting comment from Nino. The older Aventuses were more woody and smoky than the new ones.
Okay. I have never been a fan, but then again, because I've never been a fan, maybe I don't know about the older versions, but yeah, every
But
time
those
I
might be tough
smell
to
it,
get too. It's like if that's the old one, like how are you going to grab a hold of it?
yeah, I have no idea what that would have smelled like, but for me, it doesn't smell that.
I mean, I get it
innovative,
because
that good.
we've had to evolve for vices over the years and temple smoke over the years. So
Yeah,
they
things
definitely do
change,
have.
man. You know, things get banned that you have in fragrances, and you know,
Oh
things.
yeah,
It's I understand it too, but again, I don't know what the old one smelled like.
what you
And
got now?
but I got the Lenny Kravitz
Oh
Yves
yeah,
Saint Laurent Elixir or whatever it's called.
Y elixir.
Yeah, so for me, this I'm just gonna show you a bunch of them. This one, Ferramo.
Ferragamo. Which
I
one is
mean,
that?
they smell slightly different, but they all smell the same, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
So they all smell like that mass market crisp
Yeah.
fragrance.
And then we go here, Armani Code. Again, the same category as these two.
Oh, so like
By
all
the
three of
way, I
those.
did not buy any of these.
Yeah. They're big bottles, dude.
These just turned up to my door. And they all full, as you can see. I don't wear them. We talked about this one before. Again, all of these four fragrances I just showed you, even though they all smell different, they all have the same smell in a way. They have,
I mean, to
and
me, it's like
they have
whenever you walk
that
through
potency.
you walk through the airport and you go through like the fragrance section, like that smell to me. Or like when
Yeah.
you go into a department store and you walk through the fine fragrance section, it's just like it has that just mass market generic fragrance smell to me.
And I put this in the same category as that.
Yeah.
And another one, obviously, I don't have, but I actually, and this is probably my biggest regret because I used it when I was younger. Le Mail, Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Yeah.
That's been around since 1995. Even though a lot of, if you do research, it says it came out in 2020, which is a fucking lie. That fragrance has been around for forever. It's 1995, was invented by some guy for Jean-Paul Gaultier. And that's another shit fragrance. It's been around for far too long. It smells, again, it's that just crisp, weird smell. I don't know why people like it. But another fragrance, before we get into that, I leave that up for a second. This fragrance here, Tom Ford Black Orchid. I used to love this fragrance, man. Love it. Like, But I never ever wore this fragrance without mixing it with something else. I haven't worn it in years. I have a full bottle here that I haven't touched in years, and I smell it now. I'm like, still smells good. There's some goodness into it, but definitely this fragrance mixed with some woodsy stuff. Oh, it works wonders. Works wonders. Anyway, Jean Paul Gaultier.
People still like it, apparently.
I mean, yeah, like we did a video on it, and that stuff won. I went out around the streets of Austin, Texas, asking women to smell and rate fragrances, and between all of them fragrances, that was the winner, which I was so disappointed. I've never been so disappointed in my life. I was really disappointed. What, that? Yeah. Yeah,
I guess there's
1995.
different versions of them as like
That's the thing.
perfume.
It evolved throughout the years. There's lots of iterations of it and all that.
So like you look at these accords, how do they even have the same name when they're completely different?
It's the same with this. Same with this. There's loads of this stuff now. They make lots of different versions. Yeah. I hate that. I think you have one fragrance. North Winter, let's stick with North Winter. Let's not make North Winter the Le Male version.
Well, it just seems like they're like, oh, we'll just piggyback on a name of something that people like, and we'll, create something completely different, call it the same thing, and then people will get it because it's a different version. Like I could understand like if all these accords were, similar. I mean, I don't have the two fragrances in front of me, so I don't know how close they are, but it just confuses the heck out of me to have like an elixir or something like that, same name and smells completely different. But yeah, it's in my opinion, I agree with that. It's just it seems like a money grab.
100%. Okay, sorry, I've been missing the comments though. Looks like Charlie wondering if it's
Tierra Sauvage, you just brought that up, right?
Yeah, I did the elixir. He's talking about the perfume. I mean, they all very similar.
Charlie's got a good nose. I think he.
This one is very potent at first on the nose. Very potent. Look, it's not the worst of them, but it still brings vibes of all of the other ones. There's something in here, and I think it's the potency as well. I like the spicy on these. That's what I like about it. It's the spice on the Sauvage. And then it's just, I don't know, it's just, there's something that comes around that is like just brings memories of weird nightclubs and lots of young people getting drunk to me. That's what this reminds me of. And look, let's just think of this, for example, not an example, it's the advert of this, yeah?
Is that the Johnny Depp one? Yeah, in the desert.
So it's Johnny Depp in the desert digging holes or whatever the fuck he's doing. It doesn't tell you anything about what the fragrance smells like. What the fuck does this
be like a dry, arid, kind of like a dry wood, like nothing really sweet is what I would imagine. I would imagine it to be like a crisp air.
There's spice.
No sweetness to it.
There is sweetness. There is spice and sweetness to it. So Johnny Depp in the desert to me doesn't describe this fragrance at all.
I mean, do you think?
my point exactly. They don't tell you what this fragrance smells like when they do the
Yeah.
advert. That's
I
my
mean,
point.
I think like so sauvage. What does sauvage even mean? Do you know?
I do know actually. Sausage in French or savage.
Is it savage in French?
I have no idea. I actually don't know.
Let's pull it up.
And tamed. According to Charlie, means untamed, man.
Yeah, wild, untamed, kind of like savage.
Yeah.
So I mean, like beard brand.
Look, out of all of the ones that I said there was shit or I wouldn't buy, including this one, I do think this is probably slightly better than all of them. Just about. Even better than this. And this one is way cheaper than this. But would I spend money on it? No. Definitely
Some
not.
Jimmy Dean's breakfast sauvage.
We prefer Kirby's. Kirby's.
That's funny. So I mean, I think I don't know. I think it is kind of challenging. Like, how do you, especially if you're selling in a department store? I feel like it's a different strategy than selling directly to customers, because if we can't accurately describe how something smells, then people just aren't going to take a chance on it. Like, they have to understand what are the vibes, and even me, like going to like Fragnatica. How do you pronounce that?
Frantica, I think.
Fragrantica. But like I can't understand like what it's going to smell like seeing these notes and stuff like that. Like I my brain doesn't operate through, it's got spicy, it's got amber.
It's like sunglasses, man. Do you buy I find it hard to buy sunglasses without trying them. I have done it. Don't get me wrong. Especially now with all the measurements that we can put up there and you can kind of try them on. I have done it, but I still find it hard. And with fragrance, I kind of feel the same buying a fragrance, but I've done it too. I have returned some though. But I've been fortunate that have a lot of fragrances that just ended up in the post here for some reason. And I've been able to smell them and making a choice of will I ever buy it again in the future, or there's definitely a no. But I think fragrances, I think that's why it's important to have test samples for people to understand the fragrance before committing fully. And on that note, I can't wait for us to have that.
Well, I don't know. We are. You're just setting us up for failure, Carlos.
We know. We all have them. We'll definitely have them.
I don't have as much cologne catalog that you've had. I've smelled a bunch over the years, but like on my day-to-day fragrances, like Black Afghano is probably one of my favorites. Like, it is so dark and resinous and like mellow. I don't think there's like a hint of freshness in this fragrance. I don't know how many people have smelled it, but
I never
smelled it. It is I mean, like how I experience fragrances is really on like a darkness scale, like light, fresh, or like a seasonal smell, like on a spring, fall, summer, winter. But more on like that warmness and that coolness kind of scale. And to me, Afghano was my favorite. They had the whole flight at like whatever store I was at, and I just couldn't not smell it. Went through the bottle. It's great. Nino thinks Duro's better. I don't know, man. I think better is always subjective, but I think there's just like ones that you're kind of like drawn to, and you just can't stop smelling. Like that's how you know you got something. Where you're just
Man,
like,
I could go upstairs and bring you another 10, 15 bottles.
Yeah.
That's not all of it. Like I could bring you a department store from upstairs. I have a lot of fragrances. I have fragrances that are molecular. How do you say it? Molecular. I can't say the word, man. Anyway,
I don't know what you're trying to describe.
it's this brand Hermetica. Hermetica. Let me see. I'll just spell that.
But to answer your question, Nathan, while Carlos is looking that up, like we're working on not necessarily a sample flight. That would be like 1.5 milliliter sprays. We're considering doing, we'll call it like a deluxe sample or a monthly use or something like that. A little 5 milliliter container is what we're looking at finding, and then doing some of those. At Beard Brand, it's like the more SKUs you have, the more challenging it is, especially as a small company. So how we handle things is really try to explain the fragrance well, and then encourage you to buy it, and then give you no flack at all if you don't like it. So, and a lot of our customers kind of know that and do that. But if you get a fragrance of ours and you don't like it, we'll get you your money back. Like you will never have to have any worry about getting a product from Beard Brand or a fragrance from Beard Brand and not liking it and not having your money back. So the worst that you get is your time is lost in the process. But in my thought, like that's just you've created an experience in life by trying something new. But so we'll see. The challenge with that is for us and our scale, and the smaller packaging gives us production issues where like the machines can't label the bottles. So then if it's a hand label, then the bottles are, then it costs us just as much to do a 5 ml as a 20 ml. So like that's what we're up against right now with the sampling, kind of the reason that we haven't had it. And I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to get it out or not. It's like a smaller,
I'm sorry.
a smaller bottle that costs us more to produce is doesn't seem to make a lot of logical sense. You missed this one earlier, Chad. We talked about it. I liked oud wood, but Carlos, it was not his favorite.
Yeah, I have upstairs. I can go and get it and smell it again, but I'm pretty sure it was the vanilla hood and wood that I wasn't very keen on.
And I mean, I think it's, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, because I think if there's something that you enjoy, and first you have to remember some people just make insane amounts of money, like incomprehensible amounts of money, that you're like $500 to them is like an hour's worth of work. So they're like, yeah, I'll grab that for $500. I'm not one of those people, but Hermetica. So what about Hermetica? Going back to this.
So the way they develop the fragrance is very different. I don't know nowadays, but when they first came out, they sent me, man, it was like a huge box.
Oh, I remember that green one where you're supposed to like mix and match stuff.
And it was like this box with so many different fragrances, which I have them all upstairs. It was insane, man. It was like, and this is like, I don't know how to say the word, man. This is why I hate not being able to speak English properly. How do I say that? Molecules.
Okay, molecules.
So, I don't know.
Well, I almost felt like it was like different accords. Like you would just blend together these different accords for whatever you're going with. But their ingredients, I think they're using a water-based product, right? Which to me was not
I
a
don't know.
very
The
nice
bottles
experience.
also, the bottles
Yeah, so
also
theirs is a
look,
water-based fragrance.
the bottles also look different from the ones I have
Yeah.
upstairs now. These
changed a lot.
the looks like the brand has changed, so I don't know. But they were like a molecular, whatever the. And this was fucking years and years ago. Anyway, I still have them upstairs. That's part of the department store upstairs. But dude, I don't know, another.
You and Nino, man. You two have a collection, it seems.
I have an insane amount of Tom Fords upstairs, and then other weird brands. Obviously, I have some
What was that brand that
Lalabos.
was like a star perfume?
I have some actually stuff that I bought in Austin from like guys that were starting up. There was this guy. I had like a fragrance. I think it was called Kerosene. Jesus, that is potent. You don't even need a full spray for that. It will smell
Just like dumping
eternity.
Vaseline on yourself.
It's crazy.
I don't remember the brand. I remember going to a trade show one time, and then to me, I think it's tough because there's an endless supply of fragrances you can produce. Like you can have thousands of variations of fragrances, and you have to, in my opinion, as a operator of a brand, is like you have to make the hard decision to like be like, this is the vibe we're going for. You know, like we could do so many different iterations of this, so many different versions of this, but we're going to just commit with this, go with it, and be true to like our product offering. Otherwise, like I feel like having 100 different fragrance options is just saying like, I don't know what's the best. I'm just going to come out with this, or I'm going to come out with that. And I do think there's a place for like limited editions, where maybe it's not a permanent thing. You just go out, you try it. But to have kind of like your tried and true fragrances, I feel like you gotta just, I don't know. I feel like 20 is probably like, in my opinion, the top. Anything more than 20 feels like overload.
I don't know. If you can create 20 different fragrances and 40 different fragrances, for me, I think that's fine. Now,
Yeah.
when you create one fragrance and then 20 different versions of the same fragrance and you call it the same, that is it's just great. Lamel this, Lamel that, Lamel this, Lamel that, and that for me is crazy. But if you can create like Northwind, an Old Man, a Bold Fortune, a Desert World, a Pearl Snap, just have lots of different fragrances that are all different and smell great. 20, 40, 50. If you're able to do that, why not? But then again, you're probably going to become like the Italian ice cream shop again.
Yeah. So there's like, if you spend a lot of time in the brand, it's great. Like if you're a longtime customer, because it's like, Charlie's been, like, for example, Charlie's been around for a decade. Like he knows all the history, where we've been. New fragrances is not going to be that overwhelming. But if you're brand new to Beard Brand and you see, 40 different fragrances, where do you even begin? Like you said, like you're at the ice cream store and you're like, just give me the vanilla one. This is a weird name, huh? Zerjoff. Like I can't see, like my dyslexic brain just sees jerk off. Like 100%. Am I wrong? Am I the only one who sees jerk
No,
off here?
I was thinking the same. When you
Okay.
said it, I was like, fuck yes. Where's Jerkov?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, like if yeah, we call it jerk off. You're not the only one. Good to know. Good to know. I've never heard of that brand before.
Me neither.
They're Italian. They've got a ton of options.
I mean, I've done it, but I never heard of that brand before.
You've done it. All right, maybe on that note, we wrap it up. Oh, no. I don't want, well, if you haven't checked your email, speaking of fragrance, we've got 4 new EDPs coming out soon. We'll have Zombie 4 Vices, Desert Road, Ghost Tracer, which is what I'm wearing today, and Black Sails will be added to our lineup of fragrances. So I'm excited for that. That launch will be coming soon in a few weeks. We don't have a date yet for it. We're waiting for it to hit our warehouse, and then once it hits our warehouse, we'll have it out to you guys. So excited to share those new fragrances from, well, yeah, I guess they're new fragrances of existing fragrances, new colognes of fragrances that we've had.
Well, now going Zerkov. Oh, jeez.
It's fun to talk about
Thanks,
fragrances.
everyone.
Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. Keep on growing.